Hi guys, Jeff Nicholson, Resilience and Performance Specialist, and today is a lesson that I've learned from watching smokers. It stems back from when I was in the print industry and it was a high intense pressure environment where deadlines needed to be met or mistakes were happening or artwork was coming in and needed to be turned around very quickly. And when I watched the smoker deal with the situation compared to the non-smoker deal with the situation, I have noticed their different strategies. Now, when I was in it and going through it, it wasn't something that really came to my awareness. But the more and more I start working with people in this industry, in human potential development, it became quite an interesting, quite funny really, because what you will find is, or what I saw is and observed, is in a high stress environment, you would have the smoker who was, you could see him sort of working there, and they were going like that, and they would get up, they would go out the office, and they would go and have a cigarette, which is really quite interesting because you would watch the non-smoker sit there and literally pull their hair out because they were just sort of getting so frustrated. Now, the interesting thing is if we think about what the smoker is actually doing, number one, they are getting up and leaving that present situation. They're moving away from that situation and they're almost breaking a certain state that they're in. The other thing is what they're doing is they're walking. They're going for a walk to ultimately to go and have a cigarette. Now, when they go and have a cigarette, they're slowing themselves down. They are taking deep breaths. Granted, not the most healthiest of breaths, but they are taking deep breaths in order to, and they're slowing everything down. The physiology is changing because they're slowing down. And then they are going back to their desk, and quite often you would see them sort of come back to the desk and go, right, okay, let's go. And I find that really interesting because that is such a great strategy if you are going through a little bit of a challenging moment, if there's something that you are getting really frustrated with, if you just can't see the wood for the trees, using that strategy without the cigarettes is a fantastic thing. And it's what it's one of the lessons I teach, whether it's entrepreneurs or going in and teaching, corporate training for resilience. It's about, what do you need to do if you're getting yourself worked up and you're getting stressed. And when we're getting stressed, things aren't working right anyway. Our cognitive functions, our cognitive energy is dropping very quickly because our brain is diverting that energy to something that's more important, i.e. not hard, complex thinking. It's moving it to something that is reflexible. It's something that's quick in order to help us survive in our fight or flight system. When they go for that walk, they are exercising themselves. They are releasing. Hopefully, it's a decent walk. Even if it's a couple of minutes, at least you're moving. But you're kind of like getting those endorphins released and moving to remove you from that situation, change your state, change your energy, and then when they get outside, fresh air, not so fresh if you're a smoker, but fresh air, they're taking deep breaths. Another way to change the physiology, another way to, slow ourselves down. And then they're going back to that same situation, but with a very different perspective. They're far more relaxed. And it's just such a great lesson in how to manage yourself when you are feeling worked up and stressed. And, it doesn't matter whether you're in a working environment or if you're sort of working on your own in your home, or whatever it is that sometimes we need to pull ourselves away from that situation in order to maximize our performance. It's not about forcing ourselves to concentrate, because the more we force ourselves into it, the more actually what happens is our brain function decreases quicker because we're using that energy and we're not using it in a beneficial way. So just to recap, a lesson from a smoker. Okay, it is basically pull yourself away from that situation. Once you pull yourself away from that situation, go for a walk, go and move around to get your energy changed, to change your state. Then, go outside, or if you can't go outside, just go somewhere and take some deep breaths. Slow yourself down. Once you've done that, then you can walk back, if you're passing, get yourself a glass of water or something like that, walk back and then deal with the situation at hand. What you'll find is that you can deal with it a lot quicker because you've pulled yourself away, and actually by doing that you'll get the job done a lot faster as well, or you'll be clearer and have better ideas to help you deal with that situation. Take care, have a fantastic day. I wish you the greatest success.